Hello, my wonderful, gorgeous, sexy human being. Welcome back to the Being Her podcast. I hope you've been well. I have been well. I'm sitting in a different position. As you can see, we have flowers behind us. We are enhancing our feminine energy in small, tiny ways. And I want to bring you on the podcast today to talk about how you can do that too, because it's about small incremental changes that you can make happen throughout the day that are going to amplify and boost that feminine energy that you have. I have them written on my glorious little sparkly black phone here, and we're going to go through them. There are 13 of them. There are 13 steps. I like that number, 13. It's a little bit mysterious, how you should be if you want to be a black cat feminine energy woman. Number 1, morning rituals. 1 or 2 things you start your morning with. I am not one for these big, elaborate morning routines because I have a 9-month-old and a 4-year-old and a busy life and a podcast and a business and a husband and okay? And I can't do ice baths. I am not like one of those podcast bros and the gym bros that have time to do the ice baths and the nasal folds and the whatever else they do because I'm living in the life, I'm a woman, we're in flow. We have periods, we have no periods, we have this, we have that, we have follicular phases, But if you can anchor something in your morning routine and in your ritual that will help you understand that you are your own priority. That might be, for me, for example, that is water with electrolytes, or that might be something like looking out at the sunrise because my daughter wakes up at the crack of dawn. It might be morning rituals that make you understand that you are living your life in your experience as the beautiful feminine energy woman that you are. It might be journaling. Journaling is a big one for me. I do my journaling at night. So it's not a morning routine for me, but if you don't have children and a household to get ready, I highly, highly encourage journaling or meditation because journaling for me is the thing that changed my life. It pivoted my life 360 completely. I used to be a bit of a walking mess, like everything was all over the place, and I structured what I wanted to get done and who I am through gratitude journaling. But I'll talk more about journaling in other podcasts, okay? It's prioritizing self-care, routines, and it sets the tone for the day that, yes, I am my priority. I bought these beautiful mugs the other day that are stunning. I enjoy using them. That anchors you in your feminine energy of self-prioritization. Number 2, daily affirmations. It is important to speak light into yourself and repeat it every day. You are literally what you communicate to the world. You, how you believe yourself to be, how hot you believe yourself to be, how interesting you believe yourself to be, not delulu, not delusional, but literally what you communicate into the world is what you get back from the world. You need to communicate to yourself through affirmations that you are the main character. I am the main character. You are the main character. Affirmations, daily affirmations, and setting your intention for the day amplifies your feminine energy as opposed to walking through the day willy-nilly and hoping that shit sticks. You need to set affirmations of the type of woman you want to be because when Frank comes texting and you know that he's ghosted you 100 times before, your affirmations is, I am my own priority, I have black cat energy, nobody can derail me out of my feelings, and Frank texts you, you set that affirmation. You're Angelina Jolie. You are not Becky who's going to be texting him back, so you are not going to be replying to him because your intentions are set and therefore your day flows in a more feminine energy way. 3, dress in a way that makes you feel confident. It does not mean heels. It does not mean a dress. It does not mean all the ways in which you think you have to appear in this world as a woman, as a feminine woman. It is not 1950s cliche. You don't have to wear an apron that collects eggs. Okay? If you know the reference, let me know. But what makes you feel powerful? Is it a power suit? Is it a really clean aesthetic set of activewear? For me right now, I feel the most clean, crispy, and sexy in a really clean set of new activewear. I am not active in terms of the fact that I'm not going to the gym, but I'm running around after toddlers or / a really powerful suit. That's why I mentioned the 2. I don't really want to wear a bodycon right now. Not because I'm like, oh no, my body. No, it just feels a little bit too youthful for me almost. I'm like on a different trajectory. What makes you feel confident and powerful? It might be a bathrobe with a bun. It doesn't matter. Whatever makes you feel super cozy, comfy, whatever it is, sexy, whatever look you're going for that empowers you, have that idea in your head and wear that. If you don't know what to wear and you don't know how to present yourself, go to Pinterest, type some things in that inspire you, that you really like the look of. And Pinterest is an amazing machine. It will suggest other things that you should wear. It will suggest other things that you should look at, like Parisian style. Mine is apparently Parisian style. I typed in blazer and cute dress or something. Apparently I've got Parisian style. 4, practice receiving. The essence of feminine energy is receiving compliments, ideas, the world, flow. If you're in masculine energy, you're the one working overtime to make things happen for people. I want you to be in a receiving energy. That means not pushing people who are not willing to do the right thing by you into doing the right thing by you. That means when somebody gives you a compliment, saying thank you. That means when somebody doesn't want to spend time with you, receive that. Receive that humbly. Say, yes, okay. They don't want to spend time with me. They don't want to spend time with me. When a friend is rude to you, receive that too. Understand it. Log it in your mind. When he doesn't prioritize and doesn't make time for you, receive that. You've received that. You've acknowledged that. Therefore, you don't want to see them anymore. You see how it works? Receiving energy is a really incredible practice to help take into yourself awareness. You're aware of the world. You're not pushing the world into something that it doesn't want to be. You're not trying to shape the world into something that it is not. Set boundaries is number 5. Set boundaries with grace in a firm way. You don't have to berate people with your boundaries. You don't have to beat people over the head with your boundaries. You just have to have them. You need to know your values and your boundaries. If you want to know more about it, go on my website, look at Harness Your Feminine Energy, or polarity principles if you're in a relationship, and that will teach you everything you need to know about how to do that. If you're listening, it's also in the description of the podcast. It's really, really important to set boundaries. The essence of feminine energy isn't pushing and striving to achieve something, but it is saying no to things. So if something is not for you, you have to say, no, that is not for me. Jog on. Thank you very much, Richard. I don't want that. And not feel bad about it, not feel apologetic about that, not feel guilt about that. We have succumbed to guilt as a species of women because we've been told we're wrong again and again and again, and we are not wrong. It's okay to say no. It's okay to have values and boundaries. Numero 6, slow down and be present. Feminine energy thrives when you are unhurried and practicing mindful daily practice of living. You need to not be rushing through life, but to be taking life in like the lioness that you are, like the black cat that you are. You can only see who someone truly is when you're watching them. When you go on a first date, don't be Krusty the Clown entertaining him. No, you're watching him. You're seeing who he is. You have a pause to you, like you have an element of mystery to you. Let him come to you. Learn about him, because if you don't know about him, then you don't know who the person is that you are seeing, who the person is that you are interviewing. You don't know. 7, create a space you love. A nurturing, beautiful environment allows feminine energy to flow, hence the environment for this video today, okay? Flowers, candles, things like that. This is the hardest thing for me. I am cluttered mess. I don't know how I was born as a Virgo. I don't know what happened, okay? I think the rest of my astrology chart is in Leo, but everything is a cluster fluff, okay? But apparently, a Virgo can create the space. I love to create beautiful moments. That's the thing for me. I love to find myself in beautiful moments in a restaurant, having a coffee, taking that moment in. You have to create a space you love. If you can't create it in your home because you live with other people or children or, with your parents, create it in your bedroom. Don't believe that you can just cluster fluff through life, okay? 8, move your body in a way that feels good. Do not think that lifting weights is not a feminine energy pursuit. It could be if it makes you feel powerful and aligned. Do you know what throws me off my feminine energy? Rapid movement and ridiculous, weird things that jerk my head around. I don't know, some kind of exercise. They're like, yes, girls, jump around. You know those exercise classes? I don't even know, really excessively energetic classes make me feel like a buffoon, like a fool. I cannot handle it, okay? yoga and Pilates and weightlifting, something focused and, intentional, makes me feel like a freaking goddess. What is it for you? Move your body. Dancing for some people, it will boost your self-worth and it will align you with your body connection. 9, embrace your emotions. We suppress our emotions all the time. I used to suppress my emotions all the time. And I preach on and on about, like, don't write him soliloquies on his phone, like how he's hurt you and why he shouldn't hurt you again. That is a waste of time to somebody who's not willing to hear you. If he wanted to hear you, he'd come to your face and say, honey, what's wrong? And you could talk, okay? If he's not reading your messages, trust me, he's just skimming it. He doesn't want to know, yeah? That is self-respect, to not waste your time. But don't act like everything's okay when it's not okay. Let people know, you've hurt my feelings. I don't want to hang out with you today. Richard, okay? You've hurt my feelings. Oh, when's that going to pass, Rebecca? I don't know, Richard. It's up to you to decide when that's going to pass because you hurt my feelings. I didn't hurt my own feelings, okay? Your feelings are letting you know. They're a protective mechanism. Us as women, we are the species that is less strong than the man, okay? We have our emotions and our sixth sense to radar. Is he dangerous? Is he safe? All those things, okay? 10, say thank you to your prior self every night before you go to bed, okay? Before bed, reflect on something you did that made yourself proud in your life or that day and say to yourself, thank you for getting yourself to where you are today. Your inner child needs to hear it and it will cultivate your feminine energy. You need to hear in yourself that you have your own back. That is what builds confidence. Say thank you and build a gratitude journal and practice. Write down every night 3 things that you are grateful for in your life. 11, surround yourself with positive influences. Delete all the girls who are 16 years old, who have perfect bodies, and you're here at 34 looking at them after 3 kids, wondering why you don't look like that. It's not helpful. Follow a 36-year-old mum who's also got 3 kids and an amazing body. Now that's resourceful and helpful, okay? Follow positive influences. Don't follow people who make you feel sad and bad. And in real life, cut those people out as well. There is no room in life. Life is so short for people who are going to drain you. 12. Practice soft power. Feminine energy isn't about being loud or aggressive. It's about owning your power in a soft, powerful way. We feel really shitty being in the silence of our own power. If you do, you know you need to work on it. When you say no to somebody, when you set a boundary and you feel like you need to explain it, and never complain, never explain is my favorite slogan. If you said it once, you don't need to over explain yourself and apologize. I struggle with it too. I get it. I have anxious attachment, which I've healed, but it's always something in the back of your mind that will trigger and be like, oh, everyone's going to leave me quick. It's a disaster. Quick, explain why you're worth love. Don't. Okay? Soft power. You've said it calmly. That's it. You don't need to yell at people. You don't need to follow them around, berating them. It is what it is. 13, most important, invest in yourself. Books, classes, skincare, every single thing you do that invests in yourself builds your feminine energy. Because if you are giving it to your husband, your children, and everything else, you are missing the big picture. You are there to radiate your feminine energy to them and inspire them and the world by your utter sheer magnificence. Because when you replenish yourself, you've got enough to give to them. I'm telling this to myself as much as I am to you. I have small children and not the village that I would wish on you, for example, right? So for me, sometimes I have to create that village and I have to replenish myself, that instead of working all the time and being the workhorse that I talk about in my courses that I encourage you to look at if you're interested in this. If you're the workhorse or the cow, which is the woman who gives a lot to her children, or the workhorse who works and thinks by doing enough she will, be valued, you won't. You need to be the deer, the wild one, the one who is hard to catch because she is in the moment, in her element, doing her own thing, okay? So I encourage you to do that. Those are the 13 small principles and daily changes you can have to manifest more feminine energy. Check out my book, The New Rules. You'll love it. And I'll speak to you on the next one. Love you lots like jelly dots. Bye.